arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Tham, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but his Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
For Joshua? Anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it? The Stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood?
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
How to find our Stonewort? Yote mentioned blood-red petals.
Of course.
Just my luck. Well, I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it.
There we go. Oh shit, I switched too late on that.
Help me, boy.
Oh, right in the balls! There we go. Alright. Just looking for blood red petals. Well, they do look like blood, so that might
Here
be
it
it.
is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. All right. That should do it. Let's get these back to Yote.
Is that it? I don't see any other plants, so I'm guessing that must be...
Yote, I brought back all the stone and water I could find. Will this be enough?
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Damn, that's a lot of experience for that. That gave me an instant level up. Hell yeah. 45, finally. God, it takes a lot to level in this game. This is why I put, like, double toward just experience, because...
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, if you have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away. My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, The Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
Not at all. Honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
Well, seems like there's nothing else left. Honestly, this would probably be the best chance we have. We'll have to go into the Deadlands in order to even get to this place.
Reckon it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive. There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes, I did. She understood.
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
I used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
Then so be it. Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Think I found us a trail. Did I miss something?
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it.
To be honest, I feel like the more Clive gains in power, the more this is going to backfire in the end. If it falls in ash. Because if he didn't take
Always wanted
Shiva's...
to visit Ash.
We're in Waluda territory now. Don't expect a warm welcome.
Oh, I don't know, Clive. That castle over there looks inviting enough.
Shall we sample its inhabitants' hospitality?
Because to be honest, when it comes to like all the other icons and everything, I didn't need Shivas, to be honest. I really didn't. But she did it because she felt like I wouldn't be strong enough without it. Clive feels like he wouldn't be strong enough without it, but I almost killed him without it. With Chess Bahamut, Chess with Titan, and Chess with Joshua's. I didn't need Shiva's. Yet for some reason, in his mind, he thinks this is what will give him an edge against him. But I really don't think this was the right choice. And the sad thing is, like, no matter what I did, I even went back and tried. I even got his health down to 0, and he still got me with that one-hit kill.
About warm welcomes, Gav.
Man, I don't know. There's so much in this game that I don't fully understand yet in this world. Especially that mural and what it means. I feel like that's supposed to be like what Ifrit will look like when he has all the icons powers.
Oh, this place is as dead as Grieger's ghost.
Well, it is in the Deadlands, isn't it? Even the trees are dead. Everything's dead in this zone. That is not a normal decoration. And there's still fire. You can hear it. The hell? This is not good. A cassock. Of course there is. Rats? I thought nothing lives in the Deadlands. Ogre and more cassock. I don't see a way to get around these guys. Oh,
I knew
he saw me anyway.
I see only orcs and caching.
Let's hope the villagers made it out in time. I'm starting to have really bad thoughts about this part of the story, especially with like how often everyone keeps telling me not to go in alone. And the thing is, a lot of the times I'm either going alone to do side quests or I'm just doing shit alone because, well, I am alone. But I'm not entirely alone. Like, Joshua helped hold off Odin. I went to go get Jill and save her. And then we got separated, and I wanted Jill to stay back because she was still weak after the chains, and I had to fight Odin one-on-one, or Barnabas, as he likes to be called. But still, I don't understand Barnabas. I've never, like,
in all of Final Fantasy, Odin has always been like that summon you have that you didn't have to really work for, but once you got him, you could summon him and he would one-shot the entire enemy team in one hit. And it wasn't like guaranteed either. There was like maybe a 50-50 chance. Maybe, but I don't know how that implies into this. Can he one-shot me like he did like on the ship and everything, or is that like just, you know, Ex Machina kind of crap? That is weird. I know this is the Deadlands, but it seems as if Barnabas doesn't care that humanity is going to like die and become part of this flood infection. He doesn't seem to care that the land itself is dying either. So, like, in the original story of Odin from Norse mythology, like, that's outside of Final Fantasy, Odin is supposed to be the one-eyed god. He's supposed to be the, like,
Seems
pretty
you're
much
right
the
about that
Zeus
welcome
of the
after all,
entire Norse
Clive.
mythology. But if... And the thing is, like, Odin only has one eye because he did something that allowed him to see into the future, and he saw Ragnarok, this event that's, like, unstoppable. Is that what's going on here? Like, he knows something that I don't know? Does he know that the end is coming and he just knows he can't do anything about it? Because Odin... The thing is, Odin's original story is he did everything he could to prevent Ragnarok, but ironically, everything he did only sealed it, only guaranteed that it would happen. Like, he knew a giant snake would be the downfall of Thor, so he found the snake that would have killed Thor in the future and threw him in the ocean to drown it. Little did he know that's what caused the snake to grow big in the first place and get the lethal poison ability as it grew. Same thing goes for Fenrir. Fenrir, he knew this was the dog that was meant to kill him, and so he sealed it away, buried him deep under the castle, and the dog never had any negative gripes toward Odin until he did that. If he would have just left the dog alone, it probably never would have had any ill feeling toward him at all. That's the thing, is like, I'm starting to think maybe this is what Odin is about in this game.
Aye, aye.
Is the whole of Ash fallen into Ultima's hands?
That's no peace delegation. We should send a warning to the others.
No. My uncle will have an eye on the coast. I trust he'll find a way to entertain any uninvited guests. Our mark is Drake's Spine, and there's a lot of road between us and it. We press on to Stone here.
Aye, you never know. It might not be a nest of slavering monsters.
Clive, you must go on ahead without me. This stronghold is as old as Phoenix Gate, perhaps older. It may yet hide Ultima's remaining secrets, and if we are to best him, they must be unearthed.
All right. Stay out of trouble.
I always do. Mostly.
Nah, fuck that. Go with him.
You sure about this?
About leaving my brother on his own. Of course. Mostly.
No. Stay with him. That might have some serious info you need. Clive, think smart here, man. This isn't just Odin you're going against. This is Ultima.
Lady Vivian's map is so old, it's hard to tell which way is up. But if I'm right, we're not far from a village called Eastla.
Then we make our way there, resupply, and wait for Joshua.
Dude. And here's the thing, it's like, that is one thing about this that's got me feeling uneasy about this part of the story, that so far. Like, everything I've done is pretty much guaranteeing that they can live without me after I'm gone. I'm practically guaranteeing my death right now, and I'm feeling nervous about that. But then the other thing that's also driving me nuts is, like, Joshua has a lot of good points. Jill has a lot of good points. And the thing is, Clive has been doing this entire adventure pretty much on his own. But the thing is, he's not... Well, actually, no, he hasn't. Because there was a lot of times where Torgal saved people's asses, Jill saved my ass, freaking... There's been a lot of times that we've worked together. But what concerns me is that with how things are going, we're in an unknown land. This is Waloed. This is like the capital of Odin's landscape. And not only that, we're in the Deadlands, so this is going to be Akashic and cursed monsters everywhere. The things that don't need life to live. But this is what I find weird. The Deadlands aren't supposed to have grass. What is going on here? Did we just exit the Deadlands? Hold on. Wait. What is that? No, I want to go back. I want to go back and take a look back there. There was a big empty area right there, and I don't even think I went over there. And from what I'm understanding, so Ultima wants Clive to be his vessel. He wants to eradicate all life on the planet and turn them all Akashic. But from what I understand, most of them are practically just walking zombies. But there are some of them that just recently turned. They still have some of their, like, intelligence, some of their memories, some of their, like, what makes them who they are. It still has traces of it that they can still tap into. Very barely, but, I mean, I guess once they're turned for a long enough time, they can't do it all the time, or can't keep that connection. What is this place? That's a big fucking room.